on this. Whoa, 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 hold it there. It's only time for some actual electrical content because the postman's been. Ironically, I set the studio up last night to record a video that's so fucking boring, it's unreal. So I moved the light around a bit to do that, but then the postman's delivered. So what I could have done is waited, but I can't wait because what's in here is so exciting. So exciting if you're incredibly boring. So let me show you what the postman's been bringing me. It's actually electrical content. And the good news is, I've never owned one of these, and I've always wanted one, and I've bought one. And it was not prohibitively expensive, but let's crack this bad boy open, and we can learn together, because what is in this box, I don't know a lot about. I don't even think I need it really, but I've always wanted one, and they weren't prohibitively expensive. I was like, you know what? I'll treat myself. That's a large. Let me tell you the real story. I was working around the meters job. I was in the hotel room on my own, and obviously I'm on the internet, and I'm like, yeah, you know what you do on the internet, don't you? Buy electrical things you don't need. So I purchased this the other night in the hotel room, and basically I spent a load of money I don't have because I'm waiting for a payment to come through. But I thought it was coming, and I thought, you know what? Treat myself, get a bit of content out of it. And I got a little journey with this to learn a bit about it because it's something you don't normally see, but it is some interesting test gear. So I'll crack it open.
Show you with the box. What was in the box?
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's
gun.
in the fucking box?
That's definitely Jimmy Savile's hard drive.
It's a Unilight fleshlight, isn't it?
The force is strong with this one. It's an arsehole stretcher, isn't it?
You've had your removed bollock returned to you.
Nah, I know what's in there. The hopes and dreams of Street Sparks that Jamie will resume his podcasting career. Or maybe it's a new Unilight.
That is definitely gonna be a fucking dildo. Double ender with balls.
I've got a knife, yeah, because I'm into street crime. Ooh, so better take the invoice off first. It is from a company called, don't show my delivery details, it's called, they're called Eastern Transformer. They're down in Thetford. RLF vacuum cleaners put me onto these because I forgot they was there. So fair one to for reminding me of that. These make all manner of transformers. Memo to self, if this is on YouTube, flip all the footage and what you've just done. It's from ETE. They are called Eastern Transformers and Equipment. They do all manner of great transformers. Little firm in Thetford. Don't manufacture in the UK, I don't believe. Well, certainly what they do is they buy the windings from abroad. Normally India. India's quite big on like winding copper cores and stuff like that. So I've ordered from them. Check out their website. They do all manner of all sorts of crazy. Drop my knife. They do all sorts of manner of transformers, as you'd imagine, because they're called Eastern Transformers. I guess they're in the East. And yeah, they do all manner of transformers. They're in the East. So check out their website. There'll be bits on there if it's on YouTube. But yeah, they do like site transformers and all that kind of stuff. But this one is a little bit of a specialist transformer. There's some really specialist transformers. This one don't normally come across. And in the box is plastic bubble wrap. There you go. Oh, as I thought, there's another box. Wait there, I'll get the other box out. I'll leave this plate recording on YouTube. I'll fast forward through this.
It weighs a bit, doesn't it? Fucking bollocks. Jesus Christ.
It's obviously packed full of copper cabling, and for the amount of copper cabling that's in it, it was quite cheap, I thought. I'll tell you the price and everything. No, I mean, I'll tell you the prices so I can express what a big player I am. I'll try to look at what I'm doing with the knife so I don't cut my hands off. Inside this box, there's more bubble wrap. Get out. There it is. It weighs some, man. It fucking weighs some. This video's going to run out. I appreciate it's very boring if you're on Instagram, but I'll fast forward on YouTube.
If you just skip ahead, don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Just open it up. Very, very well packed. I've been waiting for this to stop for a while to put it in stock. If you are into getting yourself one of these, there was 15 in stock when I looked on Monday night, and there was about 12 in stock when I looked the other night. So they are selling. I think people are waiting for these to turn up.
And this is something. It is a transformer, but it's a special type of transformer. And it is that type of transformer. It's a VARIAC.
Just when you think that this channel couldn't get any more boring. Oh my God, what an absolute...
I've never owned one. I've never really used one. I don't really have much need to actually use one, but I'm going to use it. So I'll take the polythene off and I'll move the camera and bring you in. God, if you're still here, you're as bored as me, aren't you? Quite excited about this turn up. It's a very classic, like, it's a forward-facing one, sits on the bench like that. Of the classic design, there's a big knob on it, like your mum and like your daddy's. And there's some output, so I get on the bench and show you what it does. Does it come with a lead? Really? Oh well, buy my own. Bosh. It's come from Ravi Electrical PTV Limited Transformers, I think, in India. They've got a little catalogue comes with it. Look, they do all sorts of VARIACs, open frame style, big ass round ones. The physical size relates to the current rating. This is a 2 amp one. I shouldn't need any more than that. I'm just going to play around with some of my instruments. All I can test is 240 volts AC. That's all I've got, and the varying voltages that come through the plugs. But with this, I believe I can go from 0 to 260, which is enough, for example, to test. That's within the scope of BS7671, so I can test chargers to see if they cut out in and out correctly. Who knows what I'll use it for? I'm sure I'll find something. The little cartridges, what I do, look. After the 4 amp one, they stop being forward facing. I particularly want the forward facing one for videos and stuff. And they go side mount like that. And they have the big open frame 3-phase ones there. I almost bought a 3-phase one, but if I want one of them, I'll buy it in the future. Because this was just £70, so it was a bargain delivered to my house. And they do the 3-phase enclosed ones there, look. I believe Eastern Transformer, the agents for these in the UK, will certainly import a lot of their stuff. They do like all weird looking open frame shit. Big 3-phase ones there. And then if you're in the market, they'll sell you a massive, huge ground mounted transformer that is 600 amps. And it does 1500 kingies. Oh, they've got a real big VARIAC. Look. We used to tell them where I work, that's huge. That's like a big ground mounted thing. It's about the same as like one of them fold out benches. We used to tell them at work when I worked at Cement Works for controlling the speed of the kiln. Boring story, I know. But yeah, they do the whole range. So Eastern Transformers, where you want to look if you're interested in getting one. And I bought this to basically fuck around with. So I'll have a little fuck around with it now and show you what it does, just briefly, and then I'll probably come up with some other things to do with it, and we'll show you them. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to plug it and turn it on and connect it to a meter, hopefully not kill myself, and then we'll just show you the business end of what it does. Just stand a load of bubble wrap, just taking a shot. Just stand a load of bubble wrap and hit the tripod. Let's start again. So here you go, it's a VARIAC. It's a variable voltage range transformer. It's got nothing special going off on the side. There's some air vents, plain back, some rubber feet on the bottom, some more vents, an IEC input with a fuse. On the top is a little random data plate. It's a 2 amp, 1 phase. It's got a serial number on it. Nothing particularly exciting. All the business happens around the front, if there's even any business. On there you've got an on-off button, a negative, a positive, an earth, and a lamp, which I've noticed as soon as you plug it in, even when it's switched off, lights up. Let's just plug them in. I appreciate that's an excellent shot. There you go. Plug it in. Plug it in. This will be funny if you're watching. There we go. So as soon as you apply power to it, even though it's switched off, it gives you the red light. Because it's lab equipment, because you want to know if it's live, even if it's not turned on, it's got voltage to it. So there's voltage present, so you need to be careful before you take your fucking face off. Let me show you what it does. It does one simple thing. You press on, and as you'll see there now, I've got a reading of 0.301 volts AC. It's easy to get DC with a power supply, and power supplies are much cheaper. Well, they are cheaper if you buy them off Amazon, off the usual scumbags. So basically now I've turned it on, it's got an output. I'm guessing I could go to earth. I don't know. So it's going to be same to earth, innit? Yeah, same to earth, but I'll go between pos and neg. And all it does is, inside there's a coil of copper wire, and there's a wiper that moves up that wire. So as I tweak this up now, we can go from 0.225 of a volt AC, and we can gradually wind it up. Let's go somewhere like there. That says it's 60. Yeah, 55 volts. Obviously, this is not exactly accurate to have a meter in series to show you what's going off. So now I've got 55 volts AC. I could go to 100 volts AC, which is obviously the Japanese specification for voltage. I could go to 120 volts AC, which is the American specification for voltage. I can crack it up to 240. Yeah. 230, which is the UK specification for voltage. And the best bit is, if I take it all the way around and get 265 volts out of it, which is not the supply voltage. So it's capable of delivering a voltage in excess of the supply voltage because of how it works. I'm interested in how that maths it works and that science works. We'll do that later. But at 265, it exceeds the nominal UK allowed voltage, which I think it's 216 to 258 volts. Everything manufactured for use in the UK should operate between 216 and 254. I'll have to check this, hang on. So the UK voltage that you've got to supply equipment for, look at that reflection, it's just turned up, go away. There you go. The UK voltage that you've got to make things work for is from 216, which I can wind into my VARIAC there, 213, 214, 215. So from that voltage, everything sold in the UK should operate that voltage. And it should operate safely up to 253, which I can also dial into my VARIAC like that. Absolutely cock on. So if you've got anything like a switch mode power supply and all that, it should operate between those voltages. Outside of those voltages, it will probably still try to operate, but you're outside the UK voltage tolerance spec. So this VARIAC is capable of delivering that. For example, if I was to plug an EV charger in here, not on load, because obviously it won't power that, it's only got 2 amps, but if I was to then plug it in now and just crank it up a bit, it should cut off. Voltage sensing relay should cut off. If I drop it down to 140 volts like that, it should cut off. So there you go, that's the VARIAC. It just changes the AC voltage from this particular one, from 0 to 265, which is bigger than what's coming in because of some science that's in there. I'll have to get someone who's cleverer than me to work out the science bit, but all I want it for is to test voltages. I've never been able to make one of my meters go to, say, there you go, 75 volts AC. I've never been able to do that. So I can test voltage, tripping relays. I could even do something dead simple, like I could take a contactor like this and I could put it onto the coils of a 230 volt one, and I could see at what point the contactor fails. So for example, if we had a site with low voltages and they were using a particular brand of contactor, although I could look at the specification sheet, I could take this and I could wind the voltage down to see at what point the contact starts to chatter. In fact, that's probably one of the first experiments I'm going to do. I'll go and get a 240 volt contactor out the stores and I'll do that. And just remember, it doesn't change the frequency. So don't start buying like Japanese equipment and American equipment thinking just put one of these on it, 120 volts, and it'll work. I do remember once someone buying a load of DJ equipment from the States. If you buy DJ equipment from the States, it's 60 hertz. So if you put it through one of these at 120, one, you'd need more amps maybe for all your gear. And then also, when you play a record, I think it goes 20% slower. I can't remember the actual things of it, but there's a guy on YouTube called Techmoan, and he has like different ways of getting American voltage for the stuff he runs. But I remember him saying, like, if you put a record player on it, it runs slower. But you can adjust the voltage, but you can't adjust the frequency. If you want to adjust the frequency, you've got to start buying big box of electronics at the size of a house, which I'm not going to do, frankly. But yeah, there you go. Adjust voltage, doesn't adjust the frequency, and it's capable of delivering 2 amps, which I'm guessing is at the highest rating. Something I've got to find out. Can it deliver 2 amps at like 1 volt? I doubt it very much, but we're on a journey. So there you go. At this moment in time, that'll be a bad shot on Instagram. I'll go down a bit. This is the secret behind the magic, yeah? So there you go. That's a VARIAC. At this moment in time, you know about as much as me. It switches on, it adjusts the voltage, it provides 2 amps, it doesn't change the frequency. I'm going to go and get some bits and bobs that we can thrash through it, maybe not today, but it's on YouTube, you're going to see that next. Put some different voltages for it, maybe blow some stuff up, maybe I see how stuff relates when it gets the wrong voltages in it, or over voltage and stuff like that. I'm going to play around with it. If you want some genius on here that deals with these, or just testing with more, knows more about them, and you can offer me some advice on the VARIAC and shit to do with it, let me know, because like I say, I've spent 70 quid to go on a little journey myself, and so that I can adjust my instruments and put different voltage into my meters and different voltage into contacts and check voltage, tripping relays and all that kind of shit. But other than that, I don't know anything about it. I've just bought it to play with because I'm not a normal human being. I don't buy Xboxes. I buy shit like this because I'm very, very, very boring. First time in my life I've ever seen a tumbleweed. Move then, I fucking start recording now. You Go on, blow along. You bastard. He was rolling around for hours. Oh, there he goes. Actual genuine tumbleweed. Anyway, it's like one of John from Folders's videos. Oh, there he goes. Come on then. Go on, little fella. Off we go. All right, calm down. I know you're mad for a bit of VARIAC, but I've had people going, do something with it then. So I've had to go and do something with it. So what I've done is, this is the next day, by the way. Honestly, the amount of messages I got, I was like, fucking hell, I didn't know that people would be that into a VARIAC, but obviously you are, because you're very, very boring. So what I've done is I've gone and got a 240 volt contactor that's out of an old EV charger that I had downstairs. I don't have a lot of 240 volt contactors because it's not my flavour, but I've gone and got one from downstairs. I've also got this, just to show you, this is a voltage sensing relay. So you can put a voltage into it, actually takes 3 phase, or single phase, whichever you want. A separate control voltage. What you do is you put a voltage into here, and you say, right, operate a contact to cut it out when it reaches any predetermined low point and any predetermined high point. I'm not going to put that on there because that will work, because that's exactly what it's designed to do, but I have now got the capability to test these because I can put 1 volt AC in here all the way up to 265 volts AC. Yeah, so I can now actually check the function of these if I wanted to. So if I'm sending one of these out in a panel and I'm saying it cuts off 110 and it cuts off at 260, I can actually pump that voltage in. and check it with my meter. So maybe I'll do a video on that separate to this video there if I'm going to do that, because that'll be about voltage relays. But anyway, what I've done is I've got the VARIAC ready. I've got a contactor wide in and I've got this wide in so I can see the thing. So I'm going to flip you around now like I do your mum on a regular basis. I'm going to show you it. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently wind the voltage up and see where the contactor pulls in proper. Then we'll put the 230 it wants on it and we'll wind it down and see where it falls out, just to see what happens to these contactors. Because what happens to a contactor when its coil cannot sustain its magnetism is quite interesting, and a common fault on controls, as you're about to witness. Witness the fitness. I'll turn you around like I do. I've done that joke. Like I do your mum anyway. Right then, here we go. Look, so we've got the VARIAC. I've put a fuse in it because obviously at the lower voltage, the current will be on. I didn't want to blow my VARIAC up. I don't know if I need that or not. Also, I've got a safety isolating transformer at home that I was going to bring, because I'm assuming this will isolate from that. But anyway, that's a different story. But I've got a safety isolating transformer I think I maybe should be using. Not that it fucking matters. I'm just going to adjust the camera angle a bit so I can crop it for YouTube. So I'm going to go about there. This is very boring. Let me start again. Also, just address this. Yeah, someone says, haven't you got a 7R new multimeter? No, I haven't. Like, just because I work with them and I do things with them, I haven't eradicated my whole fleet of previous multimeters and only show their stuff, because I'm not one of them people that does that kind of thing, because I'm not flogging my walk or something like that. I've got various test instruments, yeah? Some are Chevron, some aren't. Get used to it. And I don't have the power analyzer down here to do the voltage reading, so this little fluke fellow will do it. So anyway, we're down at 0. We're literally at 0, look. We've got 0 on there. Start to wind it up, and we should see some movement. Is that right? Now let's put the output on. Here we go, put the output on. Let me start a new video because I'm going to wind it up. Straight in, cutting out all the crap. Output's on. 0.3 volts. So sometimes I'm going to wind it slowly up now. 13 volts, 20 volts, AC of course, 30 volts AC. I can hear a buzzing, a light buzzing. The contactor's buzzing, the coil's getting a magnetic energization. I don't run around too long. It's trying to pull it in. That's vibration of the coil trying to pull in. 80 volts. It's not pulled in yet though, but it's trying. The magnetic field's building up at 100 volts. Fucking hell, we're going to trip the arse of the OR. 128. Whoa! It went in at 145 volts. That last bit, I thought that was going to bounce off, hit the floor and rip all the cable out and short the system out. I'm just going to wind it back to like 100, right? And we'll start here just to get to concentrate on that dangerous bit, because that was funner. So we're at 100, it won't pull in. Let's just see exactly where it pulls in. 100, 105, 110, 120, 125, 130, whoa, 140. It pulls in. I think it pulls in by 140 volts. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put it at its proper voltage and see where it falls out. Right, I've got it at 230 volts. I appreciate that reflection's a bit annoying. It's 230 volts. Let's see where it falls out. So if you had a low voltage situation, where would your contactors fall out? Just based on their coil. So we can drop down quite rapidly, I think. We'll get the buzz before anything happens. So we're down to 200 now. 185. 170. If it sustains, 155. Now, this is where it came in. 140. 125. Whoa, there you are. There's whoa, 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 whoa. Hold it there. Right, what I've done now is I've got it at 106 because we know it didn't operate in there, and I've gripped it to the desk. Look, I've got some grip, as we call it in the camera trade. I've gripped to the desk, so let's wind it down now. Hopefully a bit more safe manner. So quite judgely, because we know it goes out about 140. So 150, it's starting to a little bit of buzz there. 145. 140. 136, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to 130 now, and it's holding in. So a contact would hold in, although I bet I could flick it out with a screwdriver to this point. 120. It's starting to buzz quite loudly now. It doesn't like it. It's chattering now, which is the worst thing for a contactor. It's chattering a lot now, and it's fell out now. That's out, but it's trying to sustain its course, so I'll just do it again because we had all this range to do. So we're at 125 now, and at some point here, it'll start to chatter, then it'll eventually fall out, but it'll still continue to chatter. So where does it actually fall out? The buzz comes at 120, and as soon as it starts to chatter, remember that would cut off the out feed basically, or basically make a motor go bang, 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 which would then cause a... If that was to start chattering, and when that starts to go bang, 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 that would ram in the terminals. And if it was a motor, for example, that would soon short out and overload because the motor would be going bang, 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 bang. Anyway, down to 130, it's going to go. 121, 112, sorry, it can't sustain it. Oh, it is sustaining it. 108, 104, 100... No, it's out. It fell out of it. There you go. So there you go. There's a VARIAC in action, yeah? What you've got to appreciate is normally with contactors, you don't care. They'll just pull in, they'll pull out. The voltage will be good. But when the contact starts to chatter, when the contacts go like that, bang, 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 like an even moment, that's the coil. Whatever's on the outside of that, if it's a motor or a fuse board, that contact's going bang, 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 bang. Those contacts are getting thrashed like an even moment. And whatever is on the end of the load will be going on. So if that's a motor, the motor will be going like an even moment. All the fuse board will be flying off, the lights are going off everywhere. So if you didn't want that chattering to happen, you would have to incorporate under voltage or over voltage protection. Because if you want that just to go off, not go brrrr, like an even moment, you'd have to incorporate under or over voltage protection, because that chattering is one of the worst things you can get. Obviously, if you thrash a motor enough like that, it's going to go out and overload. And that's it. So, yeah, there's a little bit of use of a VARIAC. I'm quite surprised I haven't took the RCD out in here or broken anything. I'm assuming this is an isolated transformer, so what's on the outside don't get through to that side. Otherwise, my RCD would trip. But, yeah, there's a VARIAC in action. Enjoy. Like an even moment.